headed out to go to Zimmerman's Knob.
And it looks like this. If you can look all the way out there past that white little post, way back towards those woods, that's Zimmerman's Knob, or this odd little hill. And it's all in alfalfa. And alfalfa is an actual crop, and it's came up and it started growing, so we cannot metal detect this today.
So then I had another site that was close where I found the Eye of Providence tomback buttons.
And this is what a field looks like that you really don't want to enter. It just got sprayed, so it killed all the vegetation so that they can plow it and turn this into farm fields. So if you see a field like this, don't enter it.
Now I should have went out and drove around and checked my sites before the day I'm actually was going to hunt, since farming right now is very active and people are trying to get crops in the fields. So I didn't do real good planning on my part. So we ended up here at Shaum's house. Now I have the Equinox 800 and we're just going to hunt for the rest of the day. We may end up out in the fields, we may end up by the well house, we may up in the backyard. We have a ton of area to hunt. We're now going to select a program that I like to run in, and it's Park 2. I'm going to adjust my sensitivity down to about 21. And now I am going to do my noise cancel, accept reject button. Let me get ground balanced real quick. Now that seems to be running very, very stable. I'm going to take the sensitivity up just so I don't shortchange myself. I'm now going to get re-ground balanced. So we're now running 23 and it's really, really stable. Recovery delays at 5. I'm going to bring it down to 4, try to get a little bit more depth. Turn my little bar on underneath to look at iron bias. I'm at 1, let's put it at 2. And that's pretty much it. Real simple, let's get going. 13, what about there? It's right there. Let's take a look at what we have. It is round. Just looks like a shotgun shell. Another low target ID, 14 or so. Not in the hole. Coming in at a 15 or a 16. It's a piece of aluminum, melted aluminum, I believe. It's a pretty good hit. It's pretty high. It's really deep. Getting closer. We're here on the Leshay digger now. So by the time we got all the way down in there, this is all we found. It's nothing special, but it is a piece of copper or brass. It's real flimsy, and it's a a full Leshay digger deep once I finally got to it. So there you go. Let's keep going. Right here beside this big pine tree, we have this very shallow target right about there. 25, 26. Took my coat off because it's starting to actually warm up a little bit, which is nice. Here's our find. Can't tell if it's old or not. It may be. Huh, look at that. It's a Canadian penny. It says Canada right there, 1 cent. Let's see if it's an old one. I don't know very much about these coins. I couldn't tell you if it's an old one or a new one by design. If you all can see something, or if Digging Canuck is on here watching, she probably knows what kind of date range this is. So if anybody knows, let me know, because it's a clean slate on this side. There's a nice loud one. Let's try that one out. A little better swing says 11 or 12. About right there where my kick mark is. Still down in there, you can see there's 4 bars, so that's pretty deep. I see some green on the dirt at least. Be a little bit more careful now. Oh, I see it, whatever it is. So let's look at a depth real quick. It came out right there on the edge. There's my pinpointer, my finger is marking. What is that? About 7.5 inches. Coil's up here, so let's just say 8.5, maybe 9. So what is it? Nobody knows. It's just a circular disc of some sort made out of brass or copper. It's fairly thin. I don't see any writing, but it is interesting. It's cool. I like it. Let's keep moving. 18. Oh, that had me for a minute. What's that look like? It's not what you think it is. I thought for sure it was a big old silver dollar, but it would have rang up higher than that. It's a piece of a watch. I thought for sure that's what that was. But there's a little number right there and a bunch of gears and parts for, you know, a pocket watch of some sort. So that's pretty cool. The house we've been hunting is over there. The well is somewhere down in there. But over here in this field, I found some crotal bells and some buttons. And if you look on the ground below us here, there's some bricks and some pottery just left of that brick. Just because we're not finding anything really over there, let's look over here. There's a 22, 23, that's a pretty good one. Well, fence staple, old one. Let's keep going. See, I'm finding things like this. I have no record that a house is out here, but this right here is a piece of a brick, and then this here's window glass. So I don't know, there may have been something over here. They may have brought fill from, like, you know, a trashy area. You know, here's another brick piece right here. I just don't know what's over here, but we're gonna look. Got a not real deep one, about 10, 11. Itty bitty, tiny piece of something. And even though it's just an itty bitty piece, tiny piece of something, it is kind of interesting. It's oval shaped. I don't know what metal. Had two different types of metal. So kind of cool. We'll keep looking. And see, laying right here is a big piece of pottery. I have really old atlases out here that don't show anything over here. So maybe this was a trash pit, or maybe there's a house. We'll just keep looking. Got to be something. 15. A little different, even though it just looks like a piece of wire. It's actually a pull off of a drawer. There would have been another piece right here and you would have grabbed onto it and pulled. So that's looking more like a home site now with the finds. So let's just keep on looking. Got a 16 to 19. Oh, it's not junk. Ooh, look at that. Day saver right there. What's that? Now, going off some bricks and some glass and just stuff. I have no record all the way back to 1853 of a home being right here. Now, not all homes are shown on those maps, so remember that, so that you can find these. I don't know what it is yet. Depending on the date, we definitely know it's 1 cent right there. It's definitely a large cent. Very beautiful site. The text is small, so I'm going to assume that this is what's called a cornet versus a matron's head. I really can't tell the date. It looks like 1/8, maybe a 7 or a 2 and a 1, but it's definitely a large cent. I'm very happy with the find. You'll see my attitude change quite a bit because it's been a long day switching back and forth between machines and digging trash. So very awesome. I do enjoy that quite a bit. All right, let's keep looking. We're still hunting in this field too. There's just stuff all over the place out here. And I have that recovery delay set really high. I'm on 6. So here comes another one. Now this one's a little scary because it's awful high. It might be iron. But it might be exactly what I want as well. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh buddy, here we go. Now see, like, here's another piece of glass. I really would have never thought there was another house over here, but I'm assuming that there is. We'll see what we have. Here it is. How awesome is that? I'm like 6 feet from the last one, and what do we have? It's not as green. Beautiful. We can read this one too. So here we go. 1840 large cent. Look at the detail on her. You can see her hair underneath and all in the back. I mean, that's just awesome. The back, not so much, but you can see quite a bit. Still very awesome find. Golly, what a day changer coming over here. Awesome. I guess I'm just supposed to be out in these muddy fields. I do my best out here. Awesome.
And you can see right there something.
Let's pick it up.
It's pretty interesting. It might even have some writing on it. Let me clean on that. It's pretty neat. This is what we have. It really just says patent. Still neat. At least it's got some text on it. What it was a patent for or what it was, I have no idea. Nothing on the back. Really nice responsive target, especially for where I'm hunting. There's tons and tons of iron. 15. I really need that 6-inch laser beam coil for this metal detector. It would really make sights like this just really awesome. Which the 11's doing an awesome job as well, but man, I couldn't imagine having a 6-inch on this thing. Recovery delay at like 5 or 6 or even 7. Be unstoppable. I'm already like, I don't know, 5 inches deep or so, 6 inches. And you would think with a really high recovery speed like that, you're gonna restrict yourself a lot on depth. But so far, it's doing really good. I mean, this thing just keeps on going. My numbers are coming up though. Well, no, about 15. Huh, what's that? How super cool, man. I don't know what to say. What is that? This would have went on something, and then there was a disc right here that did something. I don't think there's any writing on there, but I'll clean that up better when I get to the house. Get a little bit more detail off of it. I have no idea what it is, but all right, keep looking. Not real deep because it's beeping twice. Right there, 12. I've been passing up on any of the ones that are scratchy. Looks like it's in here. See what it is together. Don't believe it's in there. It might be a bullet. It's awful low. I think that's it right there. Little bitty old thin flat button. Nothing on it, but at least we have a button. That's good. Let's keep looking. There's a target right there, 4 bars deep. Nice and responsive. Highest I gets, it's in the 20s. We'll say that. I have high hopes for this one. The corrosion level on these coins really make a difference on how they react. So we have some dirt out of there. It's not in the hole. See what it's reading now. That's a good sign. That is awful high. Oh, 3 of them. Look at that. See it? I'm sure you do. Wow. Not seeing much there. Not seeing much there. She may be wore clean, but let's take a little better look at it. Well, this is what we have. I could see a little bit of reeds going up this edge right here, but it's not wore too much to know what it is. Definitely a large scent, and you can see the stars. Isn't that awesome? At least I can tell what it is. Don't have a date, but it makes me very, very happy. Isn't that awesome? Three in one day. I sure didn't think all this was laying over here. Well, let's keep looking. Sounds kind of like a big piece of lead or something. It's awful loud. Right about there, 13. Still there. The old ring. All right. Here's a very different one. Skip right over it. Right there. Kind of cracks and pops. Get off of it. I guess you're getting a halo effect. Let me spin. Not a lot. Nothing really going on. Starts picking up again. Not a lot. Anywhere actually, other than right here. That sounds too good not to dig. So, even though it sounds like a big piece of iron, let's check it out.
So that right there, great big piece of iron. So I'll start picking up on that and using that to tell me when it's a good or bad signal. All right, always learning. Man, that's awful sweet sounding. Doesn't sound like it's a big piece of trash. It could be though, but man, I don't know if I've heard that machine sound that good yet. All right, here we go. Start digging. Could be a piece of trash. It could be a mason jar lid. I don't know. But man, it hit pretty good. Here it goes. Junk or something good? Well, it looks like junk, unless it's a rock. What is that? It's not something new. Huh. I don't know. What do you think? It's not a coin. I was hoping it was. Here's my Leshay digger. To the flange, whatever that distance is. And it hit it like a freight train. So, alright, keep going. The numbers are kind of all over, so I'm assuming it's trash. One on every site. The old aluminum can. Alright, at least it's gone. Nice 8, 17, 18, 19. It's a pretty good signal. Wow, it sounds huge. Probably aluminum can. Or whatever that is. This is what we found. It's just a big piece of iron, but it is a peg with like gears on the end of it there, as you can see, with a flat end. I don't know what that went to. Pretty cool. Not sure, that's my first one though. Let's keep going. Pretty good target there. Another 18. There's a dropped one. Don't find it too many dropped musket balls, but here's one. That's pretty good. Cool little find. 16, 20. Sounds like iron. Pretty big. Oh, there it is. It's a broken hammer. It's been split in half. Handle would have went in right inside here. And then it came out the top here where you put that little metal thing to keep it, the handle on it. And then that's the head. That's definitely not a modern hammer. It's been around a while. We're gonna end the day with that surface find right there. I have never ever found a crotal bell, at least a half of one, laying on the surface. It's pretty awesome. Still got the little design on it. Got the hole up there. Finding this on this home site. Looks like it's a number 4. It's a pretty awesome find. Good old crotal bell. That's a good way to end the day. All right, let's head on out of here. Well, that's the end of our hunt. It's a pretty good day today. I'm really pleased with the Equinox 800. You know, today we set off to go metal detect one place. It wasn't any good, so we went to the second one. We couldn't hunt there either, so we ended up here with possibility of coming out in this field. Now, I had remembered that there was stuff over here, and I just started looking. You know, I didn't have any kind of evidence to let me know other than a few bricks and then maybe a pieces of glass. So turned out to be awesome. And you know, the separation on this thing on these heavy iron sights really sets this machine apart. So hopefully as I continue hunting with the Equinox, do want to get the MX Sport out and run it side by side by this Equinox 800 and see how they compare. As you can tell, some of our farm fields are getting planted, so we won't be able to do them very much longer. So until next time, thank you very much for watching and take care.